Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network. Today is October 31st, 2025. Happy Halloween. All right, market just finished the month of October. Very positive month for the market. And you see that here's the monthly chart for S&P 500. We got 6 months in a row all the way up to the upside. This is a parabolic move. This is overstretched, overbought. Remember, usually when we have a reversal at this type of candle, we're going to see a rubber band just stretching all the way up and shoot the market to the upside. So April candle was very, very, very positive. You see that the monthly chart is super positive, and that's why everyone is kind of like getting back to the on board for the trades and the investment. You see that market had a fantastic performance to the upside. However, I just want to tell you something pretty interesting. If you, I don't know if you're in this channel for long term or not. I've got a term count webinar a while ago, like 2021, and I usually just tell my subscribers to do that about this stuff. But this is kind of like an advanced webinar that I have for a time count, and you see that here is the reversal. You can get it as you can take it as a first the number, and then 6 months in a row we come up to seven. So number seven usually is going to be a reversal for the market. I'm giving you very, very simple analogy, which is going to be the week. Weekdays are seven. So usually after 7 days, we're going to reset again another week. And we have like a seven layers of the earth. We have seven layers of the rainbow. So seven is very, very important, critical number, especially when it comes to a bigger time frame. And right now, for 7 months in a row, we didn't have any correction, and we had a pretty nice move to the upside. Usually, that's gonna be a reversal point, but we are getting into November, December. Usually, they're bullish months for the market, and I'm not expecting this reversal is going to be a crash or something. This is going to be potential a correction for the market, and you can see that even in weekly chart. I haven't seen such this candle. To be honest, I track it down all the way to 2010, and I didn't see that. Even in 2008, 9, I didn't see that type of candle. So weekly chart, we got a nice pop to the upside due to China-US trade kind of like negotiations happened just last week, and market just took lots of positivity all the way to Wednesday. Wednesday session was that Jerome Powell just talked about like interest rate, and that they were kind of like indecisive. He tries to control market sentiment for the interest rate and rate cut in December. He didn't say we are not gonna stop the rate cut, but he said we haven't gotten any decision for the market for the interest rate to see if we want to do the rate cut or not. So it's kind of like an indecisive stage. That was kind of like a political verbiage, I would say, to cool down the sentiment from the market that everyone is expecting to have a rate cut, but he wants to cool down the sentiment. And he wants to say everything is going to be data dependent. We don't have data, so we can't make a decision, period. So just imagine government opens next week, then all the verbiage, all the sentiments are going to change again. So we will see how it goes with the market. But I haven't seen this candle before. This is a very typical reversal candle. But usually in a strong bull market like this, we're going to see 2, 3 candles, corrective candles, and then market is getting back to the upside. So don't be surprised if you see market is coming down and then getting back to the upside. We need to get a confirmation for this candle. So we call this abandoned baby at the top, or we kind of like calling this as like an evening star. If we get a gap down next week, a weekly candle is supposed to be something like this: a red bar, gap down, and we're gonna just feel all the way down to this area, engulfing this low as well by a shadow. That would be a perfect scenario for market to see reversal is coming, and potentially we're gonna see 2, 3 days, 2, 3 weeks to the downside, and we're gonna test this October low. Even that would be the potential scenario if we take out this October low, going down further to 63, 64, 6400 area for forming a bottom for a next rally to the upside. So November could be positive, but at the beginning of the November, I would say if we get, there is going to be another assumption before. So don't tell me, Ali, you just said market is going to go down, but market doesn't go. I'm not saying market is going to go down. I would say if market gives me 5 to 10% correction, I'm going to buy a lot. So I was waiting for this correction. I'm not shorting the market. But as I said again, we need to see the confirmation for next week. Next week is going to be very, very important. That's going to be first week of November. And we're going to see if market gives us a corrective move to the downside. As I said, gap down, go all the way down, take out this low, the previous low, and then that would be a very strong signal for the market that we're going to see more reversal to the downside. So we'll see how it goes. The stochastic momentum index, you see that we are kind of like seeing the divergence, and also we're kind of like see if it's getting out of this overbought condition. That would be a strong signal for the correction. MACD, obviously, we are in a huge divergence. You see that market is going to go high, higher high, and then MACD is going to just go a lower high. So this is very, very important divergence for MACD. But we want to see that if this is confirmed with RSI, which it is. It is confirmed with RSI, and we see that here's the high, and here's the higher high bid price, but RSI gives us a lower high. So this is another signal for a market that we can get to the downside if this divergence getting triggered next week. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to daily chart, daily S&P 500, and you see that market for 3 days in a row, it's just going to the downside. We're gonna just going all the way down to this gap fill. Even if we go to this SMA 20, that's gonna be the level that is gonna be lots of bulls here. So 67.40, that's gonna be the area that we can see market is getting back to the upside. However, as I said before, this is gonna be the reversal box. You see that we had a parabolic move to the upside and then going down. So I was expecting this reversal box happen in December, but market is going too far too fast. So I would say the velocity of the trades is a lot. So if we just shift this box here to the current situation, you see that this is exactly the area that I was looking for. And here's the point, like the 69.48 for a market. But market just triggered to the upside very, very fast. And right now we are in 3 days correction. So we're going to see if this 67.40 hold the market. Because if market doesn't hold this level, let me just show you. If market doesn't hold this 67.40, it can go all the way down to, I would say, this October low. A very possible scenario. There are lots of support here around 65.99, which is 6600. But I would say if market doesn't hold this 67.40, then we're going to go all the way down to 66. And then initially, or finally, I would say going all the way down to 6500 area. So this 6500 area is going to be very, very important. This is October low. And after that, market bounced back up nicely, heading to new all-time high. So we are in a corrective move, and it can take, I don't know, if market goes that fast, it can take 2-3 days. But if it's taking a normal, it could just take a few weeks for a market to get back to a downside for potentially a bad November, which is going to be the inverse reading of the seasonality or sentiment. Moving on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq is the same. So we got kind of like a very nice momentum for Nasdaq. Here's the monthly chart. You see that it hits my target, and I was expecting this target happens in March 2026, but we got it. We got it, and it doesn't mean that market is going to go to crash tomorrow. It means that we are going to just hit the very long-term target, and we may see some kind of like a consolidation going to the downside. So I'm not surprised if you see Nasdaq going down for the next couple of months to see 24,000, forming a bull flag for a final rally, potentially even leg higher in 2026, which is going to be a multi-decade top. Still, I'm in my call. So moving on to weekly chart. Weekly chart, you see that here's the top, the box that I was waiting for. As I said, 2026 all the way to April. but market, Nasdaq, heading out very fast to the upside. And we got a nice rejection just last couple days going down. We just gap up, but it's not that bad like S&P. S&P is a very, very, I would say, a red candle at the top and it can go lower. So we will see how it's going to unfold next week. If next week we get a red bar, gap down and red bar all the way and take out this low for the previous week, then we can go all the way down to October low around 24,000 area. So 24,000, 23,000, that could be kind of like a nice reversal for the market to getting back to the upside. So we will see how it goes with Nasdaq. Moving on to daily chart. Daily is showing us that we got a doji bar today. We got reversal to the downside, and potentially we're going to go all the way down to 25,000 for the first setup. So we will see how it goes with the market. Moving on to Dow. Dow was positive today all the way to last hour, but last 10 minutes actually Dow get back to negative territory. Here is kind of like interesting scenario for Dow. This is a daily chart. Let me just like the other ones, let me go to monthly and then getting back to the daily. Monthly chart is pretty positive. You see that there is nothing wrong with Dow. Dow outperform actually going higher nicely to 41,591 months of October closed. And if we go to weekly chart is different. So we got kind of like a pop, and this is a gap up, and we got a doji bar at this level, which is going to be 48,000 area. So Dow didn't hit to 48,000 this week, but I would say, yeah, maybe it got it. Yeah, no, yes. 48,044 actually hit and then coming back down. This is a cash Dow. And right now it's forming the doji on the weekly chart. So again, keep an eye on this October low, because if it goes below 45,000, that's going to be a deeper correction to 44,000 area for Dow Jones, which is going to be very healthy. And if you see the daily chart here, daily chart forming a bullish consolidation, but usually this bullish consolidation and market is getting weak and shaky. This can fail to the downside and we can go all the way down to test this October low, which is going to be important bottom for the Dow. And then we can see forming the bottom again back to the rally to the upside. Moving on to gold. Gold is getting back to the downside today. So after yesterday rally, gold is getting back to the downside. I believe still gold can go lower to this 35, 36 for a final bottom, potentially a great buying opportunity. So keep an eye on this, because if gold take out yesterday low, it can go lower all the way to 35, 3600 for a great buying opportunity. I would say gold can get to the upside again. So if you just do the Fibonacci retracement here, that would be a pretty nice setup for gold. So this is low, this is high, and then getting all the way down corrective to this low and this high. So some people are saying this is the beginning of this rally, so we should take this low. I'm going to take this low here. So if you just get all the way up here, you see that 50% is going to be 37.46. This is exactly the box that I have. But if you go to 61.8, you can go all the way down to 35.82. If you take this low, and then 61% is going to be 36.79. I would say gold, this area, there are lots of buyers here. So regardless of what level you're taking, this is going to be the demand area that I'm looking at. And this is based on the weekly chart, not daily chart. This is a daily chart. But if you go to the weekly chart, you see that. So this is exactly the level that I'm looking at for a weekly chart for gold to find out the bottom and then getting back to the upside. Moving on to silver. Silver is the same. We got positive momentum last few days, and then today seems like stopped and getting back to the downside. So we will see. If we get a confirmation reversal to the downside, that would be just A, B, C, and then D, and then E is coming, like a 5 wave going down. So wave 5 is coming. So this is a 4 correction to the upside. And we're going to see another sharp sell-off potentially, or sell-off to the downside for a great buy bottom or buying opportunity somewhere around here. So let's just keep an eye on this. A 41 to 44 could be a great bottom information for silver as well. So keep an eye on this level. Moving on to crude. Crude is going to be interesting because seasonally crude doesn't show very well in November. The stock market shows good momentum in November. But as we saw, stock market is in shaky phase and crude is forming a bullish phase. That is very interesting. So crude is forming a very nice reverse head and shoulder here. So here is our neckline. And also in this right shoulder, we're going to see the bull flag here. Usually two patterns at the same time. So if crude take out 65, 64, then we're going to go all the way up to 65, 59, which is a $66. If we take out this $66, strong candle confirms that the long-term bearish momentum or long-term bearish channel or trend line is changed. And we got to see crude 72 and crude 80 is coming down the road, which I believe that crude 80 to 83, that's going to be very nice scenario. And crude is setting up for a nice scenario for pop. So I would say keep an eye on this and keep an eye on energy stocks. They can just head a lot higher in 2026. All right, folks, this is the first video, and in the next video, we're going to cover individual names. Make sure watch those videos as well because there are lots of good information will be covered, especially in the big techies, NVIDIA, semiconductors, energy market, and gold miners as well. So keep an eye on those ones. Have a great evening. Again, happy Halloween. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.